What's up, YT gang? This is Nathan Vance again, coming at you with another YouTube video. Before I get into this, I hope you guys have a happy Monday. Do me a favor, slap that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also feel free to leave a comment if it will actually let you leave a comment this time, because for some reason YouTube disabled the comment section on my last video, but it is what it is. And I'm sorry, I can't fucking talk right now, but it is 8:41 p.m. It is Monday, September 27th, and today this is probably going to be one of my longest videos yet. I'm going to be covering two topics today, and I say it's Monday, but this just ain't any Monday, no. This is Cleveland Browns Victory Monday. Yes, you guys remember from my last video where I talked about my experience at the home opener, I mentioned that we were playing this Sunday, or yesterday, I should say. And we were playing the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields, former Ohio State quarterback, making his NFL debut against us in Cleveland. And yeah, I'm going to go over the game right now. So the game did kind of get started off pretty slow. You know, Baker was kind of missing his throws a little bit. Stefanski was getting a bit too... he was getting a little too greedy, I thought, going for it on fourth down on the first two possessions and just blew up right in his face. It was not a good start, but then, you know, the good thing was our defense actually showed up for once, because like the last couple of weeks we've been having problems, and I guess today against the Bears it really seemed to pay off, you know. And listen, as much as I was rooting for the Browns that game, and since that's my boys and everything, I feel so bad for Justin Fields. I really do. Like, we got 9 sacks off of him. That's right, 9. That's probably the most a rookie has ever taken in his NFL debut since, I think, David Klingler with the Cincinnati Bengals in 1992. But, yeah, he took 10, but, you know, it is what it is. Myles Garrett accounting for 4.5. That dude, you know, people were out here saying, hey, Myles is overrated. And guess what? Where are you haters at now? That man put a rookie... I don't care if it was a rookie. That man set a franchise record for the most in a single game. Just truly unreal. Kareem Hunt had a nice game running the ball. Baker looked nice. It was also, don't forget, Odell Beckham's first game back. He had 77 yards receiving. Not too shabby. And the Browns won 26-6. And that's just not the crazy part about the whole thing. The craziest part about all of this is that we held the Bears to under 100 yards of total offense. That's just how in sync we were as a defensive unit and as an offensive unit. It was a performance that I have never seen before as a Cleveland Browns fan. Like, I'm not used to seeing the team dominate like this. You know, it is that 2-1 feeling. I know it's early, but you know, we have a winning record right now. All right, and also as an added bonus, shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals for knocking off the Steelers, putting the Steelers in the basement. Hey, now you know how we felt for the last 20 years. And now the next thing we wanted to talk about is what I did. Another thing I did last night, other than watch the Browns game. Last night I was down in Columbus, Ohio, for WWE Extreme Rules. And I'm basically going to go over, you know, what I thought of the card, you know, the matches itself, and, you know, my overall experience. My overall experience I'll start with. It was a good experience. I've never had a bad experience at any wrestling show that I've ever attended in my life. And this was also my my very first time at Nationwide Arena. That's right. I've only been to one major arena my entire life, and that was the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. But yeah, so I'm about to go over the card right here. I have it all up. So I'm basically going to kind of run down. I'm going to exclude the pre-show. And let's get down to it. We're going to start with the opening contest, which was, you know, a last-minute addition. It was the New Day, consisting of Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston, Big E, the new WWE champion, versus Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos. Now, I was kind of conflicted in this match. You know, obviously, I love the New Day. I'm rooting for the baby faces, but AJ Styles is my favorite wrestler right now in WWE. So I was kind of having to support AJ a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. We move. The match was about 20 minutes long, almost less than 20 minutes long, I would say. And it ended with the New Day getting the win via pinfall, Big E pinning Bobby Lashley. Or that one YouTube guy goes, Bobby Lashley, that shit, I'll be a son of a bitch. Oh my gosh, I am such a mark. I'm well aware. I know people are going to say, oh, what a mark. Yeah, I'm well aware of it. I'm damn proud of it, too. I'm not really serious about that last part. Anyway, moving on. Match number 2, we had the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The champions, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Now, this was a good match, I thought. You know, it was less than 15 minutes, but I thought it was very good, very underrated. You know, tag team wrestling is, really taking off as of late, with what we've seen in AEW. And, I don't think this match was any different. A lot of near falls. And the Usos came away with the win, retaining the titles. Moving on was not my favorite match of the night. No, this was probably the worst match of the night. For the Raw Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair and Columbus's very own Alexa Bliss. Now, I want to start off by saying that they need to end this whole this whole gimmick that they've got for Alexa Bliss. No, we need the OG Alexa Bliss back. We need the goddess back. We don't need her this whole creepy supernatural gimmick. She's still acting like she's been possessed by the Fiend or something, even though Bray Wyatt's gone. But it is some bullshit, man. The match was not very good, I thought, like I said. I mean, Charlotte won, which made it worse, because I've never been the biggest Charlotte Flair fan. Let's be honest. They should honestly take the name, take the whole Flair name out of her ring name because of everything with Rick. And, the result kind of pissed me off as well, because, Alexa losing and everything, and the match was in her hometown. But I guess it reinforces the narrative that Vince McMahon doesn't like to put over wrestlers in their hometown. So, yeah. But this next match made things a little bit better. Triple threat for the United States Championship. Damian Priest defending against Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. Now, this was a match I was very excited to see, because Jeff's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, and to be able to hear No More Words in person for the very first time in my life, it was intoxicating, to say the least. It was absolutely wonderful. Shout out Matt Hardy. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't even that mad that Jeff lost, even though I was rooting for him to win the match most of the time. I'm happy that Damian Priest won. And I'm happy that they had that moment after the match to kind of help Jeff put Damian over. Because, listen, Damian Priest, he's going to be a rising star. He's going to be one of the biggest stars in the company in the next few years, if he decides to stay. And just, I'm sick of Sheamus being in the U.S. title scene, honestly. The funny part was, though, he was mimicking Jeff throughout the match. At one point, he was doing that on the top rope before he dropped the knee. I'm sorry if there's a whole lot of pauses. I keep losing my train of thought. I've had a long day. I just came back from Columbus today, and we spent so much time. I wouldn't want to say traveling, but traveling and stopping in a whole bunch of places and everything. So yeah, you can kind of tell I'm a little tired. But moving on. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we had Becky Lynch, the champion, and Bianca Belair, the challenger. So Belair is the former champion, getting her rematch. Now, this match ended in a no contest. So no winner was decided. So, yeah, you can probably tell what that means. But then, sorry, I just got a text message. Sorry. But yeah, no, it was a good match overall, I thought. I thought this was good. I feel like women's wrestling has really taken off in WWE in the last few years. The whole women's revolution 6 years ago, people shit on it too much, I feel like. Even though, like, they have, the Charlotte Flair-Alexa Bliss match had, very good reason to be shit on. But, yeah, like I said, it was a really good match. And, the whole no contest part of the match, it actually does lead to something. Because you had Sasha Banks come back and beat the crap out of both women. So now she's staking her claim for the women's title. And yeah, it's really going to be interesting to see where this goes. And now moving towards the main event now. This was what disappointed the shit out of me. You have Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, defending against Finn Balor in an Extreme Rules match. Now, this wasn't just Finn Balor the man. This was Finn Balor the Demon. For those of you that are not familiar with Finn Balor or wrestling in general, Finn Balor's got like I like to say like a dual personality like character. You have one side, you have Finn Balor like the man. He comes out leather jacket. He's he's an extraordinary man who does extraordinary things. And then on the other side, you have the Demon. Now, basically, how this demon gimmick looks is, he basically paints his face and his body, certain ways to look like, like he's portraying a demon, I feel like. And I feel it's really badass. It's one of the most badass entrances I've ever seen in my life. And I recorded it, and I didn't get any freaking audio for some reason. I don't know why. And that just left me heated. Maybe because I had my phone on battery saver. My battery was so low at that point. Just like, shit. But, for a lot of it, I thought it was a really good match. You had the guys going out in the crowd. You had Roman wearing a mask because, of how immunocompromised he is, having 2 bouts of leukemia. And, going through tables and everything. See, this is what we should have had throughout the show. I find it shameful that this was the only, like, extreme match for the entire card. Like, why the fuck are you calling it Extreme Rules if you're only going to have one fucking match? Like, it's ridiculous. You had Roman Reigns win the match, and the ending was some bullshit, really. Because you had Finn Balor, everyone's thinking, oh, Finn's about to win the Universal title, and then the rope just collapses. And everyone's just like, oh my god, are you kidding me? And me and my friends, we're just sitting there in our seats. We're like, what? And that's how they have Roman win the match. And I thought that shouldn't have happened anyway, because for a couple of reasons. A, there's no need to have Finn Balor as the Demon, a gimmick persona that is unbeaten on the main roster, to use him to put over Roman Reigns. All right? It should stay undefeated for right now. And reason number 2, because they're setting up Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia. But my take on the whole matter is that match does not even need the title. Like, I'm dead serious. Everyone is so sick and tired of Brock Lesnar challenging for championships when he's not even around half the time. He'll show up for like 4 or 5 matches a year. And why it's useless. I consider it useless putting a title on him. There's a reason why. Sorry, I'm about to yawn. And there's a reason. That's the reason why he had such a stranglehold on the Universal Championship from 2017 to 2018. It's ridiculous. Brock Lesnar does not need championships anymore. Just a lot happened today. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, pertaining with the Browns game and the card. I still think the best part is, I still enjoyed the show, I feel like. I've never had a bad experience, like I've said, at a live wrestling show. Even though WWE is the only company that I've seen live and in person. Alright? I didn't just have fun watching this. I had fun watching the Browns as well. This is the best team we've had in years. And even though WWE has been struggling, I still enjoy the shit out of their product. But yeah. Alright, so that is going to wrap it up today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, be sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and drop a like. Once again, I'm Nathan Vance, and I am signing off. Peace.